What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. With SummerSlam right around the corner, I thought it'd be a great idea to go over what I like, what I dislike, and my predictions for the card that we have at the current moment. We still have a week before SummerSlam, so things are subject to be changed. We could see more matches be added, some different stipulations come in. So these are not the final things for SummerSlam, but as we know now, these are my thoughts on the event. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it's a great event. SummerSlam is one of my favorites. I can't wait for this weekend. I think it's going to be awesome. If you like the video, make sure to leave a comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be doing a in-depth review of SummerSlam post SummerSlam. So look for that out on Sunday or Monday. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. One thing I do want to talk about, let's get into this. Anybody got any SummerSlam predictions? I think for SummerSlam, Braun Breaker beats Sammy. I think they have a fantastic match. I think they have probably maybe match contender of the night. I hope LA Knight goes over on Logan. If he does it, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. But I feel like if he doesn't, they've got a plan. Hopefully, I just can understand the plan and accept it. One thing that did bother me about SummerSlam is there's no tag matches on the card yet. I mean, we're about a week early. Probably about to the hour, a week early. But yet, no tag matches, and both men's tag team matches have someone from Cleveland in them, and The Miz and Johnny Gargano. Like, we already know we're getting Miz and Truth against the Judgment Day. We know that. But they're not on the card. And Miz is a proud Cleveland guy. And then Johnny Gargano is from Cleveland. Zero mention of a match for them, other than a match at SmackDown before SummerSlam, which I guess is fine. It's in Cleveland, but like, you could have put it on the SummerSlam card. Like, I don't understand what this card right now, as it stands right now, is only one match longer than, Money in the Bank was, or King and Queen of the Ring. Like, if SummerSlam is supposed to be on par with WrestleMania as far as hype, and in the next 2 years we're going to be a 2-night SummerSlam event. It's going to be 2 nights. If it's supposed to be on par, why are we not doing more matches? Why are we sticking to this small amount of match format that they've, like, 5 or 6 match formats that they've been doing? I mean, this is 7, but it just doesn't feel full. It feels empty. It feels like it's missing something. For like SummerSlam, I feel like 8 feels like a good number. I feel like you could slap a tag team match in there, because it's all singles matches. There's no difference in any of the matches. It's all just one-on-one. I mean, every title's on the line. Like, this isn't like an empty, like, the only one that does not have a title is the Seth Rollins guest referee with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. And that feud's been building for good Lord, since WrestleMania, at least, at a minimum. It was building before then, but it was just kind of like an internet drama thing. But I'll talk more about that in just a second. But I am a little disappointed in it. Just a smidgen. I just wish there was just a touch more. And I feel like after the event's over, I'm going to feel dumb for saying that. But as it stands right now, a week out, just a smidgen disappointed. But let's move on. Let's see. We got Nia Jax and Bayley. As much as I love Bayley, I'm a huge Bayley fan. As much as I love Bayley, I think Nia is going over. I think Nia takes it. She and Tiffy have been quite the pairing recently. I think Tiffy interferes and has something to do with it. Then Liv and Rhea. I think I'm really torn on this one. I want Rhea to win, and I want her to take that back, but I feel like something's gonna happen. Something big's gonna happen involving Judgment Day. And that might be why they're not on the card for SummerSlam. Because they might be doing something in this match a little unexpected. I don't know if they'll side with Liv or they'll stay with Rhea. But I do think Rhea goes home with it. I think Rhea takes the win. I don't think this is the end of this feud by a long shot. But I think Rhea takes it home. Now this match right here, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk with Seth Rollins as a referee. This one's going to be chaotic. I don't even know. I'm so torn on this one because I don't know what the possible outcomes could be for the winner. Like what does the winner get out of this? If Punk wins, it just pisses off Drew and they go at it again. If Drew wins, like what does Punk really lose? Punk's just been kind of trolling Drew at this point. And like he could lose this match and continue to troll Drew. So I don't know. But I think Seth is going to play a much larger part in it. And I think Drew is going to win because of Seth Rollins. Because Seth is pissed at Punk. We all know that. This is not a super biased ref. He hates Drew, but I think he hates Punk more. I think he's going to do what he can to let Drew win. Just because Punk has screwed him out of his own title chance. He screwed Drew out of 2, technically, but he screwed Seth out of being able to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship again. And so I think, or at least while Damien's holding it, I do think Drew goes over. And I think Seth has a large part in playing for Drew going over, much to Drew's disappointment. I think Drew will be disappointed by it because Seth helps him. I don't think he beats him clean at all. I don't think this would be a clean match at all. I think they'll both take a couple moves from Seth at some point. But yeah, I think Drew takes this one. Next, is Damian Priest and Gunther. Now, Gunther, I don't think he wins this year. I'm going to be honest. I think Damian Priest takes it for one more pay-per-view. I would love a Gunther win. Honestly, he looks odd without a belt, to be honest. He spent less than 100 days in his time in WWE at this point without a championship. That's it. 100 days. He's been with the company for almost 5 years, I think. 100 days without a belt. That's insane. But yeah, I think Drew goes over because I think there's a larger story at play here. And I think we'll get a big picture story out of this match. Not to the effect of like the Bloodline and Cody big story, but I think they're going to use this to elevate the title and push it and put it in a story, because it hasn't really been in a major story yet. Seth was the first holder, and his biggest story was with Drew, where he lost at WrestleMania. And so I think, as a main title, you kind of want a big story behind it. You want people to desire it. And I feel like not enough people desire the World Heavyweight Championship. Not enough people express their interest in it. And I think this is what they're hoping to elevate. Elevate the belt itself with this match. Not as much of a changing of hands at this point. Just elevating the belt, creating a bigger story, moving into, the next couple months. And then we get to the main event. Now, we all know Cody's winning. There's no way he's dropping the title to Solo here. If he drops the title to Solo, I'm really going to be questioning a lot. I know we'll have the Bloodline out there. That's a given. But KO and Randy don't have a match. Jey Uso doesn't have a match. All he's missing is a fourth person. And they have an evened up teams. And I think, fingers crossed, I think that fourth person is Roman. I pray that fourth person is Roman. But I think this is how it's going to go down. I think Solo and the Bloodline are going to, obviously jump Cody at some point in the match. And then Jay comes out, Kevin and Randy come out, and they're just outnumbered. You just can't handle it all. There's too many. And then all of a sudden, the music hits. Everything turns that silver and blue, and a Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman come out. And it becomes sort of like, if you know how the Hulk Hogan NWO story goes. They kind of bill it like that. Now, I know, obviously, they'll know what's happening. The Hulk Hogan NWO story is kind of a one-of-a-kind. I don't think it'll ever happen again where everybody in the match didn't know what was going on. But everybody out there will act like they do not know where his loyalties lie. Solo will probably, as the tribal chief now, Solo will probably attempt to welcome him. But I think Jacob Fatu is going to attack him. I think Roman is going to spear Jacob Fatu, face off with Solo, and Cody's going to hit him with Crossroads. Maybe Crossroads 3 times. That would be kind of sick. But I think the match ends with Solo getting pinned, Roman coming back, and then the whole event ends with a Cody Roman stare off. And then they just cut it. They just cut it after that. Because then that leaves you wondering, where is Roman? Like, where's his head at? We obviously know he's not with Solo and them. But is he fighting Cody still? I think that would be the best possible outcome for this. I would pop. Just massive pop for that. Another possibility, I think that The Rock could make his return at SummerSlam instead of Roman. And The Rock, show everyone that he's in charge of Solo. Because I think we all know by now that Roman is not the guy doing all this. It's got to be somebody else. And it's definitely Rock. Especially with the last time we saw Rock, how wildly vicious he was compared to the previous time we had seen him. I think it'll be revealed eventually that Rock is, he's put Solo in charge while he's away, instead of Roman putting Solo in charge. Because Roman putting Solo in charge doesn't make sense anymore. Technically, because it was a Bloodline Rules tribal combat, Cody is the leader of the Bloodline. That's just kayfabe rules. That's how it goes. I know they've disputed it, but according to the way that they have built that match before, Cody is the guy. But back to this, I think Cody wins. There's no doubt in my mind that Cody wins this. But the doubt in my mind is who's coming back for this match. Is it Roman or is it Rock? And I hope it's Roman. I think Rock would be a better return later. Obviously, they're setting up for a Survivor Series match. They're going to do the Bloodline and Cody, Roman, KO, Randy, and Jay. 5-on-5. I think, honestly, that match is going to cook. That's going to be amazing. But I think they're going to bill it like that and have one of the main things, one of the main stories is, can Cody and Roman work together long enough to get through the match? And I think they can. But we will see. I think this is going to be a good SummerSlam. I am a little disappointed in the card. Just a tad. But I think this will be great. I think it'll be a good time. I think we're in for a lot of surprises. I don't think it'll be a boring get through the matches and get out event. I think we're gonna have a lot of shock, a lot of awe, a lot of I didn't even think about this, which is what you want, which is it's what I want. Um, I don't think I've ever watched a wrestling event and wanted to know everything that happened, even if it was predictable. I want to have some element of maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's gonna be a good one. I think it'd be worth watching, and well worth everybody's time. So, yo, Ghost, what's up, bud? How are you? I'm doing good.